Hello everybody, welcome to a very special episode of Pull the Ultra Trigger. Tonight we have a very special surprise for everybody, for we have a bunch of special guests. And guys, I'm actually, hold on for a moment. Darn, I should have been more well prepared here. We not only have Andres, but we also have Brayton of Brands Ant Films and Win the Rogue to join us tonight. So hold on, guys. Hold on. This is dumb. This is dumb on my part. I should have been more prepared.
Boo!
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so let me play some. There you go. Enter the studio off fanfare plays. Are you guys there? Okay, we got Brayton, we got KAIJUNOIR, and Win. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm sharpening my seppuku blade as we speak.
Okay.
My seppuku specium blade.
Excellent. Yeah.
That's a power.
I see Brayton has.
He's sharpening his ultra slugger.
Oh no! Don't do it, slugger. So that made no sense. So guys, welcome. Oh wait, I should change. Change the title card.
Oh my god!
Sorry about that.
Can you do anything right, Ralph?
We've
Game
mentioned
over,
it
man.
before. He's Homer Simpson at his control panel. He's just losing it.
Shut
We
up.
done screwed up, guys. Game over.
Okay.
Game over. Let's pack it up. Go home.
Man.
Why doesn't my podcast look anything like that?
Oh my god. So there we got Win, and here comes Brayton. So you're now all on the screen. You're officially part of the title card. So
Yay.
Uh-oh.
yes.
That's what I've always wanted.
Yeah, so and as you can
You're a cartoon now, guys.
yeah, see, I can do something right. Artwork. So barely. I made that with the bitmap on the Windies.
Really now?
Yeah, that's bitmap art.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. Are you being sarcastic or sincere or a little bit both?
No.
He's hanging it on the metaphorical fridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we have 5 people
Thank you.
watching. Go ahead and sound off if you guys in the chat section if you want. But yeah, tonight is, instead of watching a new episode of Ultraman Trigger because they're still kind of on vacation, and we're not getting a full-blown new episode until next week, where they're fighting some kind of weird half-deformed dragon creature with a giant ear on its back. You predicted it, Brayton. We are instead doing the American Jelly Donut Spectacular special tonight.
Oh, fuck me. Is that legitimate? Is that the legitimate name of what we're watching?
Yeah. Well,
No. That is a reference to a rather infamous change in the English dub of
where they're
Pokemon,
fighting some kind
in
of
which
weird half-
one of the characters referred to a rice ball as a jelly-filled donut, because Lord save us if we expose our kids to anything that isn't American.
Indeed.
America. Fuck yeah.
Exactly. Because as we all know, American culture is the best culture.
Okay, and hold on.
American culture is superior. Everyone else inferior.
Indeed.
As so saith Soundwave.
Yeah.
And so the reason why Ralph used that as the title is because the people behind the English dub of Pokemon is in fact the people behind the 2004 English dub of Ultraman Tiga.
Brad,
And-
you should hire Andres as your reference explainer.
Huh?
You
Yes.
should hire Andres as your reference explainer.
Well,
from
only
now
because
on.
he gets this reference. So other than
And-
that,
Yeah, this is the one reference he has ever gotten that you've said.
yeah.
And
so-
because you continue to fumble around a bunch, I'm going to help further explain what exactly we're going to be checking out tonight. So, Ultraman Trigger, the series that we have been following for the last couple of weeks, is a spiritual sequel / maybe pseudo real sequel to the 1996 series Ultraman Tiga. And in order to celebrate the series' 25th anniversary. And so, despite coming out in 1996, Tiga actually came out, was broadcasted on American television in 2004 on the Saturday morning animation block, The Fox Box, which was the successor to Fox Kids once the dubbing company, the localization company 4Kids Entertainment, took over the block. And 4Kids, for anyone who is, who has not really grown up with anime in the early 2000s, was infamous, perhaps the most infamous dubbing company when it came to anime and other foreign animation. Especially, I think, like they primarily focused on Japanese animation, but they have done a bit of French animation as well. I believe Winx Club was one of them, right?
Winx Club was from Italy, but you're not far off.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like they. Sorry.
And Chaotic was from Canada.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So they've definitely dabbled a bit in other international markets, but they're definitely known primarily for anime, and so they have done a lot. They were infamous for making a lot of changes left and right, removing violence, toning down sexuality, removing religious symbols. Trying to make everything more kid-friendly, despite a lot of their properties, especially in the case of One Piece, a series aimed at a teenage demographic, try to make everything dumb down everything and kidify everything to make it fit a more younger children, elementary school age demographic for America. And so nowadays, 4Kids is long gone. They moved out of the anime dubbing industry, desperately trying to, I forgot what it was. They were trying to sell some sort of sports product, but that ended up falling apart. And so now the 4Kids is no longer. Yeah, go ahead.
If I was going to say, though, if I may interject, there is one small part of it, but not dubbing full animes. It's just 4K Media is a small sister branch of them, but they're also tied in with Konami. So they somehow found a loophole when even though they were being sued for the rights of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, but they managed to find a loophole and started dubbing from Zexal to the current dub they have out, Reigns, for that franchise.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're still doing Yu-Gi-Oh to this day.
Yeah, because originally, when Zexal was announced, Funimation was going to collab with Bang Zoom Entertainment, and people were hyped because they were going to get something true to the dialogue. They were going to get the dark stuff that we were kind of denied throughout the years, but of course, fucking loopholes.
I do remember some of their more infamous dubs in the English version of Yu-Gi-Oh was like removing guns from characters' hands and literally like sort of photoshopping their hands to make it look like they're just aggressively pointing at people. Or like instead of dying, your spirit is just sent to the Shadow Realm.
There is no death in Ba Sing Se.
Yes. With that said, I posted in the private chat the description for tonight's episode. So if you want to, it's a little outdated. So sorry I don't have Brayton and Win in there. But who wants to read it? Andres, you're good at reading this stuff.
Enshohma and KaijuNoir and Win and Brayton make the stupid mistake of revisiting several episodes of the forgotten English dubbed version of the original Ultraman Tiga, produced by the infamous company 4Kids. Grab your Navy-issued water guns, digitally cover up your cleavage lines, threaten people with your index finger, and eat up some American-made jelly donuts made of onigiri, because this is going to suck harder than the yo-ho-ho pirate rap. Dreamin', don't give it up, Brayton. Dreamin', don't give it up, Win. Dreamin' up, don't give it up, Joma. Give it up, give it up,
Give it up
Andres?
now.
Keep that up, Andres, and I will stab you with a stick of butter.
You see, originally Win
Because
had a sword, but they digitally covered up with a butter stick.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes. There was that. I just remember that part where Nami stabbed Usopp with a knife, but it turned out it was like, she stabbed me with a rubber knife. Because oh God, there's an YouTube video out there explaining all the changes made to the 4Kids dub of One Piece.
Mhm.
Let's see, I just wish I can find it right now.
Okay, go ahead and continue your threat, Win. I'm sorry about that.
But I will say this: at least Funimation eventually picked up the rights and fixed everything, all the damage that was done there.
Mhm.
And to give 4Kids Entertainment the credit, there are two things I did like from them. I liked Ultimate Muscle because that was a guilty pleasure to me, and the additional stuff just made it more fun. And the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right. I forgot. Was the animation for Ninja Turtles produced in-house, or did they only provide the voices for that?
I can't remember. I just know that it was definitely dubbed by 4Kids Entertainment.
Okay. I would definitely say that, I grew up with a little bit of the 2003 Ninja Turtle series. For me, I'll definitely always appreciate them. Despite as infamous as they have been and how negatively they are looked down upon, I will admit that I grew up loving a lot of their stuff in the early 2000s. I grew up with a lot of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! What was else that I saw from them? I definitely grew up with a lot of their most...
Shaman King was decent.
I never watched Shaman King, unfortunately.
Yeah, that one was actually decent, and they couldn't really overly bypass death because you're literally fighting with ghosts.
Right, the show is literally about spirits. Kirby, right back at you. I definitely
that one was actually
watching
cute.
a lot.
That one was actually cute. Though they got on my shit list when they butchered Tokyo Mew Mew.
Oh yeah, I remember my sister watched that a lot. Oh, also Sonic X. I definitely watched a lot of Sonic X growing up. So despite their various changes, I can't deny that I grew up. A lot of my childhood was filled with a lot of their own products, and so I will appreciate them for at the very least bringing these series, various franchises over. But kids today, you don't know how good you've got it now with your uncensored simulcasting and your faithful adaptations and dubbing, as long as it's not Funimation in recent years. Other than that, it's all been it's like the dubbing, the whole localization process has improved tremendously in the 20 years since the era of 4Kids. And just saying that makes me feel incredibly old now.
Yeah. Hold on. If it makes you feel any better, I grew up in the 80s and we had Voltron. The original Japanese the original
that's right.
Yes, the original Japanese version
didn't die.
Yeah, the original Japanese version of Voltron, known as Go Lion, it was an incredibly violent show. It's one of those shows where if a guest star character shows up, regardless if it's a kid, a woman, an alien, a person, you know they're not going to make
You're gonna die!
Yeah, they're not going to make it before the episode is over. And yet the American version of Voltron, like, oh, they're okay, just off camera. They went back to their home planet.
Or the ocean dub of the DBZ. It's okay. I can see their parachutes.
I love that you brought that joke up during the King Kong commentary with the airplanes crashing into the ground.
By the way, so the person who did the retrospective on 4Kids One Piece, she goes by the name of Red Bard, and the video is called "What Makes 4Kids One Piece So Bad." So it's an 18-minute long video, and I highly recommend anyone to check it out just to see this piece of now lost, long lost, and long forgotten piece of anime media.
Yeah, and Brayton, how do you feel about walking into this hornet den that you asked to be entered into?
Regret. Strong regret.
Okay, excellent. So, I feel
I'm just reading the Just reading the comments here. Shay says, "I love how cartoon Raph, Andres, and Win, especially, are all looking badass and cool, while Brayden's character is smirking evilly." We have Earthbearer Gun, who says, "I don't know why, but Valkyrie Saging seems to fit Brayden's character so well. Kind of scary how well that looked. I gotta say, it's the hair."
Yeah. Actually,
I'm telling you, if you could just combine that and data, whatever together, that would be me.
Oh yeah, so I was
Yes.
almost gonna cheap out and just cut out a picture of Dada and put it in there, but it's like, no, Brayton deserves the full
Wearing the sun hat and sundress.
Yes, yeah, that famous picture of Dada. So, but no, I decided to put Valkyrie Sagen in a Mystery Science Theater green jumpsuit, so and it kind of matches well. So,
I'm not
Indeed.
gonna lie. When you showed me the tag with me added into the thumbnail, I kind of wanted to go, Agura!
yeah. Well, in fact,
And which character is... Mm-hmm.
Oh, go on and ask your question.
I was just going to ask, which character is Win's avatar based on?
Ultraman Agul.
Agu from Ultraman
Agul.
Gaia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's like already you and me.
I thought Agul was blue.
Well, she's doing. Yeah, he's blue, but I decided to do the awesome pull Ultraman Goo does when he transforms and comes right at the camera with both fists in your face. So
okay.
I just thought it'd be a cooler pose, and plus we already have you and me doing the Ultraman Tiga thing, and Brayton gets to be the famous Ultraman alien. I think it's not Valkyrie, but it's a Babaru, Barabu or something of that nature, who's a okay. Goddamn Ralph! Can't say anything because he's always typos. Anyway, oh god, I can't sing. Anyways, his alien is famous for having the magnificent hair and the shape-shifting abilities and going back and forth between being a good guy and a bad guy. So I think it works out perfectly. So, all right, but no, I'm glad you guys like your little avatars. You know what that means. The door is now open for you guys to show up whenever you want. So.
Except me, because I'm contractually obligated.
Yeah, so it's a lot better than just me going at it alone. So, okay, so let's film this sucker, or shoot this. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, here's the first episode of Don't worry, Earthbearer Gun. I fail at monster knowledge a lot myself.
Damn, its video's unavailable in my country. So one of you guys is going to have to share your video so that we can all see it simultaneously here on StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all right. Who wants to do the damage? I'll do it. Okay, share.
Be sure to click on the audio box.
Okay. Oh, right. I press share. Do the share screen.
Is the video gonna get shut down, Raph?
No, I don't think so. This 4Kids thing is so weird. It's not even working. So, okay.
Famous last words.
Yeah, that is true. All right.
Technically, for the most part, 4Kids doesn't exist. So who's going to sue us now?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The very people who blocked this video to begin with.
Oh no. So. Okay, hold on. I gotta open a window with the terrible 4Kids anime on it. Okay.
I gotta open a window to jump out of.
Excellent.
I guess while Raph is setting this up,
how does this work?
Shut up! I'm trying to do something here.
Okay.
Brain and Win, would you two kindly introduce yourselves to the audience who may not be following our usual Raph's usual live streams and are instead usually coming for the Ultraman content?
I go by the moniker of Win the Rogue. I do occasional voice work for Raph and Enshohma, and I am part of the Sunday Night Live podcast with KAIJUNOIR, and I am also part of the live stream of Consciousness that Raph and Enshohma does.
I'm Brayton. I amble around between podcasts with both of these people, trying to find my place, and I'm here as a lark. How you doing?
I'm doing just well, Brayton.
Yeah, Brayton, you can stop blinking in Morse code. No one's seeing this.
Yeah, blinking and holding my Wile E. Coyote help me signs.
And I promise I don't have a gun to the back of his head. It's actually a banana.
Right.
Oh my god!
He must have thought it was a gun.
Don't worry, Win. You don't have to. Soon. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's another 4Kids reference. Okay, I was gonna say I'm getting his beret ready, and we're all gonna invade and take over a bank together. Stockholm syndrome. So okay, so yeah. Okay, so here we go. This is probably gonna be a bad idea. Before you start, I do want to ask for both of you respectively, because again, this is your first appearance on this Ultraman related stream series. Have either of you ever had any exposure to the Ultraman franchise prior to today?
Well, that's a good sign. No, secondhand, and I've seen a handful of the original Ultraman series from the 60s. That's about as far as I go. It ain't my thing, so I don't know why I'm here. This is a bad idea altogether.
Have you ever had any exposure to the Power Rangers at the very least, Brayton?
Oh, you're really trying to tear that wound, aren't you? Yeah, you can hear all about my Power Ranger exposing myself to the Power Rangers on our Power Ranger commentary we did on this channel, featuring the same crew here tonight.
Alrighty then. So you've definitely haven't. So it's apparent that old school Showa Ultraman is not your thing. So let's see if a bastardized English dub of 90s Ultraman can do any better.
Yeah, okay. I kind of am I guess if I were to categorize me, I am basically the. If an elderly person had their only exposure to Batman was the Adam West TV show, that's basically for me Ultraman. Like that's the only Ultraman I know. You guys have shown me other things at like 4 o'clock in the morning when you decided to do this thing privately. But yeah, I know nothing. I see nothing. I was only following orders.
Okay,
Colonel Logan.
Win, do you have any experience with Ultraman, or is this your first time? Win?
I reversed her banana hostage situation and stuck my own revenge with a carrot.
Oh no!
And no one thought to bring a corn on the cob? Come on, guys! Are you gonna do the Gigan reference or not?
Okay, so I guess that's weird. Okay, do we wait for Win or do we?
I guess I would say, just for the sake of our audience, let's proceed. And she might possibly be away from the keyboard at the moment.
Oh, okay then. Oh, all right. And plus, we are doing a share screen here, so everyone's going to be more or less in sync. So let me, let me close up some of these other windows we don't need. So buy window. Okay. Buy window. All right. So okay. So you guys ready?
Yes, ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, Brayton?
I'm here for it.
Okay, so... I was going to do Win's voice, but that would have been mean.
Okay!
That's Boo! You sound like Brayton. Okay, and for you guys in the chat right now, if you look in the description area, we have the 3 episodes lined up, so just click on the link for the first one, episode 1 with Golza and Melba. Those are our guest monsters for the night. So, okay. So, all right. So let's begin this thing and see what happens. So, oh boy. All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
There's no audio, Ralph. You didn't click on the fucking box.
Damn it! Oh, this is trying to be. Okay, hold on. Well, you see it visually, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what box do I need to press for the audio?
First off, get rid of the screen.
Okay.
And now go to share again.
Okay.
Go to share screen.
Share screen.
Go to Chrome tab.
Oh no, it's okay, hold on. Chrome tab.
Now go all the way look at the bottom left-hand corner where you see share audio and click on that box.
Okay, we got it now.
All right. and just play.
Okay, darn. Yeah, let's do this crap again. All right, brace yourself. This is gonna suck. 3, 2, 1, play.
Yes, okay, now it's good. Oh god, this intro is so nostalgic for me.
Bubblegum pop of the early 2000s.
I love the little dig at Superman. When super's just not enough!
You've been enlisted into a top-secret agency called GUTS. You have access
You've
to
been
the world's
drafted.
most
Deal with
advanced
it.
weapons and technology. ULTRAMAN TIGA can't do it alone. He needs your help.
It's a little strange that they're like, all of a sudden it's like, you gotta help Ultraman. Like it's like Dora the Explorer or something.
And by the way, he's Ultraman. Shouldn't he have this thing handled on his own? You, 7-year-old, watching this on a school day.
For the first time in history, the people of Earth are at peace, thanks in no small part to the efforts of an international federation called the Terrestrial Peacekeeping Commission.
Lighthouse.
This worldwide alliance has for decades protected
I made
mankind
that.
from destructive elements within the planet and beyond. All that changed one night with the arrival of a meteor that seemed to steer its own descent to Earth.
Yeah, it's very indicative of 4Kids for them to try to explain everything.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to tell us if this is America.
It aroused even more suspicion because of how close it landed to TPC headquarters.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Now, I forgot if 4Kids ever did any other live-action series
Global
beyond
Unlimited
this.
Task Squad,
Do you happen
known
to
as
remember
GUTS, is
when?
an elite team of 7 TPC experts who specialize in
Not that I can
supernatural phenomena.
recall. I
The
could be wrong.
meteorite's recovery prompted an emergency meeting that included me.
Yeah, so it's very
Taiga,
bizarre that they would suddenly choose like an
Looks
old
like
series from the
any
90s to
Don't
broadcast
judge
in
a rock by its
2004.
Let's see what we have here.
Oh, here
Allow
we
me,
go.
Doctor.
If I've learned anything from the movie Joe Dirt, it's going to turn out to be a giant frozen space turd.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
Now, do you want a big slice or a little?
That's a spicy meatball! So far, it's not too annoying and stupid.
The meteor's not completely solid. There's something inside.
Huh?
Ready?
Muse is back!
Guys, it's an ancient model of the Kinder Egg before they got banned.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
There's a gotcha inside.
A woman.
She looks like my yoga instructor. She's a hologram.
Ah.
Wow.
There we
I
go.
was waiting for it.
Can you tell? Okay, I'm pretty sure at this point you can tell what is the original dialogue and what isn't.
After all these years, the voice translator actually comes in handy. Yazumi, let's sync it up to the IG mainframe.
The shock. We used a Japanese name.
Madame Hebe is of great importance.
Bingo!
I am Yuzari.
Years ago,
leader
you
of the
served
Earth
my
Defense
father in the
Force.
Clone Wars.
I have a time capsule 30 million years into the future. I must warn you, Earth is in great danger. You must listen to me closely. Evil creatures will rise up from their long sleep and try to destroy all of mankind for the second time.
Heard it.
Second. That means that there were humans on Earth millions of years before the cavemen.
First will be Melba, followed by Golza. But this is just the beginning. Heed my warning.
Abe Vigoda?
There is
Marsha,
only one
Jan,
hope
and
for
Cindy?
your planet's survival. Hidden away in the sacred pyramid of light in the land of Tiga lies the
And
body
that's
of
the
a
way
giant warrior.
we
Once a
became
guardian
a
to the people of
Brady
Earth.
Bunch.
You
Darn
must
it.
find this pyramid and awaken the giant. There is one person capable of this task, and one person only. It is...
Wait!
Leroy Jenkins!
Dr. Ard, what do you make of this?
I know it may seem as if this time capsule is real, but she looks too good to be 30 million years old.
My gut tells me it's real. The Earth is in
God
danger.
damn
We
it.
must do what she says.
I'm sure it's a hoax.
No, I'm telling you, it's true.
Daigo, please. No time capsule could have existed on Earth, considering there was no intelligent life here 30 million years ago. Your gut
no
goes
intelligent
against
life here
everything
now.
science tells us to do.
Yuzumi, what are you doing?
Take a look at this map.
What's the computer whiz kid up to now?
Earth in 30 million
I'm
BC.
totally not surfing for porn.
lesson.
I'm searching for Tiga.
And I'm searching for my knight in shining armor. Good luck to us both.
The capsule's been tested and the results are inconclusive. But the holographic technology used to make the object was invented only 10 years ago.
We also tested the meteorite, using the radioactive dating scan.
And?
And the minerals surrounding it date back to 30 million BC.
No way.
Way.
TPC alert. TPC alert.
Do people still say that? Because I kind of want people to still say that.
Is that breaking on the screen? Oh no, that's
Yes, it is. That's my sleep paralysis demon.
right.
It is true. That creature's gotta be Melba.
How do you know that's
Melvin?
Melba, not,
Yeah, you're
not
right,
Golza?
No, her nose is bigger.
But there's a resemblance.
Yuzari was right.
What?
Her
Time
Mother-in-law's
capsule's real. Golza is next. Believe me. Our only hope's to find Tiga.
There is no Tiga. Captain, hold on. And what I say goes.
But Captain,
I'm convinced we'll find it.
Captain, I found it. The land of Tiga.
Of course, I knew we'd find it. I was just testing you, Daigo.
The topographic projection shows Tiga at 43 degrees north latitude, 138 degrees east
Sounds like a
longitude.
conversation I have with my mom.
Let's roll.
God, just.
It's okay, Win. Just keep the non-flashbacks swimming.
I ran errands earlier. I should have bought booze. I don't drink alcohol, but I really should have gotten some next hard lemonade.
Tiga should be at vector 090. Keep your eyes peeled.
I wonder if there's like a cast listing for the for the 4Kids dub of Tiga.
Show up today.
Because it'd be interesting if we find people like Jason Griffith or Dan Green involved in this.
And there's Dan Green right now.
I definitely hear a mix of Wade Grayson and I think Sam Riegel. I could be wrong. Because there are some actors who sound similar to one another.
Commander Munakata, we've established visual contact with Golza.
Now, if they don't have Frank Welker as any of the monsters, I'd be sorely disappointed.
Are you kidding me? He's way above their budget.
That's true.
Commander, come in.
Now what?
Melba is leaving Easter Island and could be headed your way.
I think he's trying to do like a Clint Eastwood impression.
Doesn't work.
I want pizza with human and pineapple.
You are very
Nice little
close.
shout out to
Look
one
for the
MJ
light,
Knight,
Daigo.
if you're ever watching
You
this.
mustn't stop.
Hi!
The pyramid of Tiga awaits you. The warrior giant is inside. It all depends on you. If you concentrate on the light, Daigo, you will see the pyramid.
Now, it's been a while since I've seen Ultraman Tiga, but is any of this the original soundtrack, Raph, or was this another case of 4Kids changing everything?
Yeah, no, 4Kids got rid of all the soundtrack cues from the original show.
anything?
So we're not going to hear the...
No, absolutely not.
Really Tiga.
Or we're not going to get the...
No, stop. Stop, your dreams are dead, okay? There is no Tiga soundtrack.
There's no Santa Claus, and there's no Tooth Fairy, and there's no Easter Bunny, damn it!
They all died in an airplane accident 40 years ago.
Hey!
But Raph, 40 years ago, they never found the body.
So do we... Oh, if they're dead.
Daigo.
Double pyramid all the way.
Ooh, that's a classic bit of internet history there.
Keep
Hey
going,
Laura,
Daigo.
welcome to our
Into the
nightmare.
pyramid of light.
I understood that reference.
Mm-hmm.
Shay says, there is no Tiga, only Ultraman. Wait a minute. And
Oh, that's his manga.
Tokupunk says, bruh, they changed the roars, LMAO.
Gamera! Oh, it's just Golza. Okay. How you doing, Tokyo?
It's a brand new day, and the sun is bright. All the birds are singing that you're gonna die.
Hold on.
Commander!
Where's Daigo?
He's right over
They
there!
blend
I
in so
can't
well.
take him seriously with that voice.
Daigo! Daigo! Get back! Right now! Daigo!
Go inside, Daigo. Don't be afraid. It is your destiny.
Don't go into the light, Caroline. Don't go into the light.
I know it's your first time. I'll be gentle.
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
Daigo.
It's the giant.
But there are 3 of them.
Don't blink.
Yuzari told us there was only one giant.
Which one do we need to wake up?
More importantly, how do you wake up a 150-foot statue?
Hit him with a pillow?
Daigo.
No, you get a ladder and you kick him in the nards.
Ultraman's got nards.
You'll choose the right warrior.
Imagine he just chose the wrong one. It's like Indiana Jones. You've chosen wrong.
He gets a whammy.
In a late-breaking update of today's disaster coverage, the horrifying creature that trampled through the metro district earlier today now appears to be heading towards the countryside.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I think it's a hoax.
Receiving satellite data.
Fake news.
The radar tracking system shows that Melba and Golza are on a direct course for Tiga.
Commander,
Yes, Captain.
your team is in danger. The creatures are approaching fast. Get out of there now. Take cover. TPC backup forces are on the way to assist you. Leave at once. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. We'll return to our gut swings immediately. Team, we're evacuating from here until TPC air support arrives.
But sir, we can't leave. We're doomed if we don't wake up the giant.
Listen, it's a lost cause, Daigo. If anything can wake up that statue, it'll be 2 monsters heading this way.
And here I thought he was going to make a joke about an alarm clock or something.
I've got to stop Melba and Golza.
How many times do you think the phrase "it's a lost cause" was used in the dub-over studio?
I guess that's why they only dubbed 23 of the 52 episodes.
Yeah. What a wonderful day for me to break stuff. Yeah.
Let's see. To answer Earth Baragon's question, the other giants were never given names, were they? I mean, in other media.
No.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Even though the Dark Horse comic tried to utilize them a bit more. Yeah, they still never gave them names.
Yeah, and they're never fully explained in the show itself or in any spin-off media. Like you said, that Dark Horse comic, which was actually a Hong Kong comic, they actually explained that they used to be Tiga's bodyguards back in the ancient times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like how after... well, I'll explain after this moment to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
It's way too dangerous. Get out of there.
It's like, you're not this series' Ultraman.
After you do this to all the mannequins in the big and tall shops in your area.
Kim Cattrall, no!
Daigo, listen, pull out.
Boom, phrasing.
Oh god, what is he pulling? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Eject now.
Clearly he's trying to activate...
pull it out.
Daigo!
Clearly he's trying to activate his pinball machine.
Daigo! Daigo, no, you magnificent bastard! Come on, guys, say Daigo.
Later at the end of the episode, don't worry, guys, I'm okay. My parachute went out.
It's an easier cover story than saying I got incarnated into a giant hero. Because this is a kaiju battle show, not an isekai anime.
I wonder if that shot right there was an homage to Daimajin.
Probably. Daimajin is so
with the cross arms to reveal his actual face.
Yeah.
And what I like that the Hong Kong Dark Horse comic expanded upon was that inside Tiga's mind is Daigo, who is being taught how to use Tiga's powers through the spirits of the other two Ultramen who just died. Yeah, because even as a kid, it's very confusing to know if Tiga was Daigo and Ultraman and was like two minds working together, or if it was just Daigo taking over this empty shell of a body. And it wasn't until like the very end of the series that it was explained that it's Daigo in control this whole time.
Yeah.
Which is a departure from most Ultraman shows.
Yeah, Daigo is basically a human reincarnation of this ancient Ultraman. It'd be like if we found the caveman bones of Brayton's great ancestor and he merged with it.
Or essentially, he's sort of like inheriting this the body and power of an ancestor of his.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a different approach, because the last Ultraman series I actually got to sit down and watch, because of it being on Earth, was Ultraman Leo.
Ah.
Ooh, yeah. Leo was definitely a more traditional, I believe.
Yeah. Not getting all the violence and death guest stars.
In most cases, when an Ultraman shares a body with a human host, usually the Ultraman is a separate personality that just simply takes over and switches places with the human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think we ever got to you, Win, with explaining your history with Ultraman. Or just Tokusatsu in general.
It was something that slowly but surely introduced to me. Like, I obviously got into Power Rangers as a little kid, and all the other Americanized adaptations of Super Sentai and Tokusatsu, like Kamen Rider and Metal Heroes.
Big Bad Beetleborgs and VR Troopers.
Yeah.
And sorry.
And every now and then when I would wake up as a kid to get ready to do things during my spring breaks in elementary school, on TNT they would occasionally show older episodes of one of the Ultraman shows, because I remember constantly hearing about Ultra 7.
Oh, right, okay, cool. Did you ever grow up with the 4Kids Ultraman Tiga dub?
Yeah, I believe I either graduated from or I was graduating high school when it came out, because I would interchange with it on and off, because there would be one week where I'll go, okay, I'll watch this, and next I'll watch this channel, because Saturday morning cartoons were at their prime. So I kind of wanted to be able to catch a little bit of each on each channel, because each channel had something so good.
Yeah, that's definitely how I was with both Fox Kids and Kids WB.
Yeah.
I never watched anything from the USA Network, so I missed out on Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Don't forget.
I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I got better!
You son of a bitch! You scared the hell out of us, you motherfucking bastard!
Don't ever do that again.
It was just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro.
You're a lucky man.
Oh geez, Andres turned into Filthy Frank.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Papa Franku here. Ready to drop some B-14 truth bombs.
When we get back to base, I'm gonna catch you, Daigo. Oh, there's more?
There's always more, Ralph.
get it.
You must find this pyramid and awaken the giant.
Oh wait, no one's here.
There is one person capable of this task, and one person only. It is you, Daigo.
Avon calling.
And all you need is the torch. You must always keep it with you.
What does she
We have a great sale on our anti-aging products. Wouldn't you be totally interested? You could totally become a boss babe if you joined us and sold our product.
Ooh.
Now that's a Pez dispenser if I ever saw one. Everybody loves Pez. Okay.
Well, that was abrupt.
Yeah. Well, I'll certainly say this: as annoying as cringy as the jokes can be at times, it's not the worst. I'd say it's far from the worst offense 4Kids has done.
Yeah, it's not one of their worst. It's not one of their best, but it's not one of their worst. I'd say somewhere in the middle.
Right. So I'm gonna get the second episode ready.
4Kids. I'm watching you.
Still though, yeah, I was shocked how not bad that was dubbing wise. So, but God, some of those special effects are pretty rough from 1996. Like you saw when Melba exploded, that was like just as cheesy.
Oh, like the little
pretty rough for 1896.
I will say this was definitely during that time when they were really trying to experiment with digital effects for. I would say, like, they definitely... Gridman was their first attempt to experiment with digital effects, I'd say. And then, so, with Ultraman, they were still doing a lot of that, you know, CG models for Ultraman Tiga flying, or the digital, like, cube effects when Melba was destroyed. But as Tiga went on, I did notice that they began to start replacing a lot of the digital effects with actual practical effects, trying to go back to what worked in the old school days.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's weird too because when they did Gridman, the digital effects in that were not half bad, and yet here, relatively speaking, but here it's like you get like really crappy Doctor Who levels of blue screen effects with like just like PNGs of jets flying past the cameras.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the one effect I was mentioning. That's the one I hate when in both Gridman and Tiga, where it's, yeah, as you said, it looks like just a PNG was floating, flying, moving across the screen. But usually when it came to like vehicles were flying. However, in later episodes, they removed the PNGs and went back to using actual filming models on camera.
Yeah. So and yeah, that wasn't as craptastic as I thought it was going to be. Let's see how the 5th episode holds up. Oh, no.
And which episode is this, Raph?
This is the one you requested with Sea Lazar, the zombie sea monster.
Okay, yeah. So this one's very special to me because this was my very
because
first
your mother
episode
was killed by a giant zombie sea monster.
It was my very first episode of Ultraman Tiga that I've ever watched, and so this was the episode that actually introduced me to Ultraman as a whole way back when, all those years ago.
Oh, okay. So, for a moment there, I thought you just liked it because of the big stinky monster in it.
No. Although I will say it is quite a terrifying monster, far more disturbing than anything I saw from Power Rangers at the time, given that it's a rotting corpse zombie monster.
Right.
Just to read the chat a little bit here.
I was gonna do that too.
Let's see here. Laura says, those are Crisis Kaiju actors. Look at the false flags, damn it. It's 1776 all over again.
Laura, get out of here.
Earth Baragon says, one of them sort of looks like Xenon a little bit from Max. Okay. At least the headpiece does.
Yeah.
Laura says, Ultraman was an inside job.
God damn it.
Well, of course, it was filmed inside of Tubaraya Studios.
It would explain why some of the background stuff looked like Windows 95 screensaver.
Putting chemicals in the water that turn the pigmons gay.
Tokupunk's production says, take a shot every time something cringe happens. You'll be drunk halfway in.
I'm sorry. I respect my liver way too much.
Yes.
Shay says, hearing the characters yell, Daigo! Reminds me of Banjo from Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Why do we hurt the ones we love? Banjo! 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 Sorry.
Tokupunk says Saban's Mask Rider. Anyone? Oh, that'll be an interesting commentary one of these days.
Oh God.
Just give me an advance warning so I know to actually buy booze.
Me too. Earth Baragon says, I never got the idea of why the hero could not tell people that he was Ultraman. What would that change, honestly? It just seems like forced plot point for the show. Oh yeah, I definitely agree there. It's pretty much just an artificial means of creating more drama.
Yeah. I know that some Ultraman shows went out of their way to say that if the secret identity is revealed, it kind of ruins the ability of the Ultraman to stay on Earth. I know that was like a big deal with Ultraman Ace and Return of Ultraman. And I know in Spectraman, they made a really big deal about it because if it was revealed our human hero was secretly an android robot, his giant supercomputer god in space would have to destroy him for evidence reasons. So, but yeah,
right. I think for the most part, it's like they don't want to alarm anyone, and it's like maybe they believe that there are some humans that might distrust Ultraman and would want to try to capture him or study him or whatever.
Oh yeah, I know. Like I would, like if I was in a position where I became an Ultraman, Brayton, don't laugh. I would tell at least people I could trust and who are close to me in the team, but I would definitely not tell a politician or some bureaucrat in charge because they're going to expose that and try to use it in some sort of negative fashion. So, yeah.
Let's see here. I do like how when it came to Ultraman Mebius, the main protagonist is not a human host, but rather is an Ultraman disguised as a human. And so he was literally trying to, pretend to be a regular human living on Earth. And so it led to a very touching episode to when he does eventually reveal himself to be the Ultraman of that series to his friends, the people that he has come to grow to love as friends. It is a very pivotal moment in the series.
Yeah, and it's fairly early in the series too. It's not like the last episode where it's all revealed.
I'd say maybe like 3/4 into the series.
Oh yeah, but still, it's
from what I can remember.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tokupunk also says that was something all right. And later said, OMG, they dubbed the zombie episode. Daimos entered the chat and he says, it's like collecting Pokemon. Meanwhile, in Johnny Sacco, that rule is just a suggestion. I guess he's referring to the whole secret identity rule.
Yeah.
The Unicorn Organization claims to be a secret.
Yeah,
and Laura comes in once more, suggesting, bringing up the subject of vampires.
Maybe one day, Laura, and we'll get you and Nick to suffer with us for that, unless you have a sick, twisted fascination with that show. So,
for those who don't know, Vampires was this bizarre live-action CG animation monstrosity that tried to be like part Power Rangers, part Beast Wars Transformers. It makes no fucking sense, and I'm scarred beyond belief on how that thing ever came to be.
Yeah. So, and one last one from Daimos Z. He says, but you can't hide global alien invasion and giant robot fights every episode, so they gave up. So,
Laura, hey, KaijuNoir, vampires.
Vampires sound like a What We Do in the Shadows situation where they're like a bunch of FBI surveillance people in a surveillance van. No, we wait until they're asleep and then we stop.
How come?
I don't think I can share a van with Hergé anymore.
It's fun being a vampire in a van. I'm sorry, Laura. Every time you say vampires, I just get the image that you're just like in like an oversized King Caesar plushie costume with like vans in your hands, and you're like vampires, yeah. Okay,
you're totally gonna draw that, aren't you?
No.
Nick comes in. It's fantacular.
No, Nick. No, go away. Bad Nick. Where's my newspaper? Bad boy.
Go back to playing Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. So, by the way,
Zelda or Resident Evil.
By the way, Win, I'm surprised that you're a fellow Ultra 7 kid, that you saw Ultra 7 when it occasionally aired on TNT back in the day.
Bits and pieces. I can't exactly remember the episodes off the top of my head, but I do remember seeing some of the fights in the background, because there would be days I would get up super early to kind of get ready and plan my day, be it spring break or be it actually having to get ready for school, because I figured, hey, if I wake up early enough and get ready, I'll have a little time to dink around and watch the cartoons I want.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra 7 always seems to make the most random appearances in American media,
Yeah.
such as those clips of Cartoon Planet, hosted by Space Ghost.
Yeah.
I did happen
I loved that show.
Yeah. I also happened to find Ultraman Tiga in the dubbing wiki, and I just wanted to read off the short description that they have here.
Okay, after that, we'll start the next episode.
Yes. An English dub of the series was produced by 4Kids Entertainment and recorded by their in-house dubbing studio, 4Kids Production. The dub aired on the Fox Box, which was formerly the Fox Kids children's block, on Fox Kids in the United States. The first episode premiered on September 2002. Okay, I was wrong. I said 2004. It was 2002, which makes a lot more sense. 4Kids made some significant changes, such as producing a new theme song and soundtrack that replaced the originals. Storylines were altered to comply with Fox's Standards and Practices division and accommodate commercial breaks and broadcasting scheduling. Each episode was 1 or 2 minutes shorter than its Japanese counterpart. The dub included tongue-in-cheek dialogue, which changed the personalities for some characters, such as Captain Iruma, who was changed from a smart, level-headed individual to an airhead. Additionally, Captain Iruma was referred to as a sir instead of a ma'am. Some monsters were given new sound effects, and the transformation sequence was altered altogether, showcasing all of Tiga's forms and emphasizing the change from Daigo to Tiga. Tiga's multi-power and sky types are changed to omni, power, and speed modes, respectively. The spark lens, the little transformation device, was renamed the Torch of Tiga. His light techniques were called luminizers, and the color timer is referred to as the biotic sensor. That definitely sounds very American. Ultraman Tiga was removed from the Fox Box lineup on March 15, 2003 due to low ratings, with only 23 episodes of the 52-episode series having aired. 4Kids initially planned to relaunch the show in September, but decided to release the Japanese episodes on DVD instead. I have all 4 volumes of the DVDs. Volume 3 in particular is a real pain to find. As a result, their dub is only viewable through recordings of the original broadcasts, which is what we're seeing. Erica Schroeder, who voiced Rena, claimed that part of the reason for Ultraman Tiga's limited success in the US was due to Fox 4Kids' indecision whether to satirize the show or make it serious. And some of the dubbing actors include Wayne Grayson as Daigo, Megan Hollingshed as Iruma, James Carter Cathcart as Masami Hori, Christopher Collette as Tetsuo Shinjo, and Erica Schroeder as Rena.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now we have some background of the crap we're looking at.
Additional voices brought to us by Sebastian Arcelis, Dan Green, David Moo, Mike Pollock, Dr. Eggman from Sonic, Jason Samuels, Eric Stewart, Corrine Orr, Crispin Freeman, Shane Dukovich, Carrie Butler, and Daniel DeSanto.
Half those names are fake.
Hell yeah.
Let's see, who did Crispin Freeman do?
Yeah.
I don't know who he did in Tiga. I just know that he was definitely Alucard in Hellsing.
Oh, he's also Itachi from Naruto.
He's also Kyon in The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh my goodness.
And he is Shizuo from Durarara.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
One of my favorite characters in that show.
Nice.
Okay, so...
All right, then.
Are you guys ready for the next episode?
Yeah, just to check out some of the last comments here before we start.
They're all talking about vampires. Knock it off.
Okay, all right, no more. Tokupunk says, wow, the Tiga torch.
Go ahead and read them if you want. It's hilarious how they've all rebelled against me.
No, let's keep moving forward. I delayed this long enough.
Okay.
Let's check out my very first Tiga episode all the way from 2002.
Okay, so hold on to your butts, everyone. Here we go.
Okay.
Fighter pilot for the Global Unlimited Task Squad. We call ourselves Guts, and our job is to keep the world at peace.
Wait, did they really left the Japanese subtitles in there?
I think so.
The only way to
call ourselves Guts. It's an ironic
soon
name.
invade the planet was to locate the Pyramid of Tiga and awaken one of the giant statues
I remember one
inside.
line
Only
where a
one
character
person
says,
would be
"We're
able
called
to bring
Guts, and
Ultraman
therefore we're
Tiga
gonna
back to
clean
life.
this monster's
And that
guts."
someone turned
But
out
sir,
to be me.
when I joined Guts, I didn't think we'd change our name literally.
my secret.
I'm gonna wait for that
Not
line.
even
That's
my
the
friends at
only
Guts
line I
know.
remembered after
I
all these
am
years.
Ultraman Tiga, and I battle monsters using power, speed, and a combination of both. But as Ultraman Tiga, I have one fatal flaw. When my
I'm
biotic
smooth.
sensor is blinking red, it means time is running out. If the blinking ever stops, that will mean the end of Ultraman, and quite possibly, the end of the world.
You'll have to go to school.
Ultraman! I will say that upon watching Ultraman for the first time as a kid, I remember thinking to myself, wow, this is just like Power Rangers, except instead of 5 Rangers and a robot, Megazord is essentially one Megazord-sized Ranger. And I immediately fell in love with the concept of Ultraman because it looked so much like Power Rangers, but it was still very unique in its own right. So it wasn't until I want to say 2008 or 9 when I started like pirating PSP PSP games. I found Ultraman Fighting Evolution 0, and it was there that I was like, oh wow, there's more Ultraman out there, and that's what led me down the rabbit hole that made me an Ultraman fan.
Tell me, what's it like protecting the planet from
PSP
giant
piracy is not a
monsters?
victimless crime, Andres. You wouldn't steal a car.
You would no, you wouldn't
I guess he's getting all the credit.
right, it was you would I guess yeah. You wouldn't download a car.
Good afternoon. This just in. A monster, or should I say the corpse of a monster, washed up on shore in
Or should I say my ex-wife? Ha!
Back to you, Ted.
Yeah, he seems
Wow,
to
that guy's bitter.
Ultraman envy, I guess.
Katie,
I want a voice
tell
like
us what
that.
the
Pote
mood's like at North
Sands.
Beach since you've arrived.
I'm gonna steal it. No one will ever know.
Latest news. Just now, 2 members of the Guts Task Squad arrived on the scene to investigate the body. I'm no scientist, but from the smell of things around
Nice
here,
butt.
this corpse is rotting and must
Sorry.
be removed.
Bye, Mom.
Oh man, it stinks! Gee, you! And this high-tech vapor filter is completely useless.
Sorry, guys. I should have warned you I had Taco Bell for lunch.
You to say, your nasal passages are unrefined. But I can smell you. Oh, I'll shut up now. Good.
What an abusive marriage.
General Assembly and the State Sanitation
Wait, here we go.
Board have ordered the Guts team to get rid of the body.
What are we, chopped liver? Please, General. They're going to turn us into glorified trash collectors.
Look, the locals are complaining, and this is an important election year. You're called Guts, after all. So remove its stinking guts.
Sorry, sir. It's just, I never took the name literally.
So I
There
see.
we go, that's the line.
Now how do we dispose of it?
Well, we can tow it out to sea and then blow it to
Just as awful as I remembered.
We'll use the Skyclaw.
Also, did they
that's
edit
right, too.
over
Good idea.
sake, or was
I
that
was
actually
just about
milk
to
in
say
those
that.
glasses?
We do think alike. That's why he's my right-hand man.
It'll be a good exercise for the younger officers.
Officer Reyna, I assume you've completed training on the Skyclaw simulator?
Yes, last month.
Take Gutswing 2. Back her up in Gutswing 1, Daigo.
Yes, sir.
The future.
I've done some lift training of my own.
I didn't know the Pixie
Yeah?
Cut was around
When
back
did
in
you
the
train in the
90s.
simulator?
Well, I was at the arcade, and there was this teddy bear. Shoot.
Those games don't count.
I'm sure the Pixie Cut
Such a
was at its
child.
peak.
You're right, yeah.
Halle Berry had it. Jamie Lee Curtis had it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All the
Gets worse,
babes.
but help is on
Very
the way.
true, yeah.
2
I'm an
Gut
idiot.
spiders are overhead as we
Thank
receive
you.
Is the Pixie
Finally,
Cut-
you admit
is-
to it.
Tow the corpse
Is the pixie cut still around?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
It
switching to
is.
auto.
It's just a lot of people kind of style it a little bit. Like they'll make it a little short, but they'll spike it up with gel to make it kind of fun, but still kind of girly and cute.
You see this?
Okay.
I'm a reporter working on an important
Because
story.
I used to
no one is
rock
allowed
a
to
pixie
pass.
cut for
Give me
college.
a break.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just easier to get up for college, easier, and the weather was getting pretty hot at the time, so constantly tying my hair back was becoming a pain in the ass.
Oh, I can imagine.
That reporter is the only likable character, and hence my favorite sometimes. Oh, give me a break, guy.
Yeah, pudding.
Commencing lid procedure.
You know, between this and that.
Oh, no.
Like all the intestines just fall out from the stomach.
The hooks.
Cleared its
They're
guts.
starting to slip.
Oh, wow, well.
Oh,
That's
God.
nasty.
It's just like you can't do this on television.
Yeah, except they shouldn't have done this on television.
A failure, and now the stench is even worse.
They didn't
A
have the budget to
failure!
get a
They're all a bunch of failures!
That, and they didn't have the budget to get a Alanis Morissette.
How you doing? They call me Stinky Pete.
I'll take it from here. I'm armed and ready. They need you back at Guts.
All right.
Got the stupid
I'm on my
helmets.
Ori, where's the monster headed? I have no idea. It didn't say.
Back off me, man.
Shinjo, Daigo, it's headed for sector 110.
A nitrogen storage depot.
Gutswing, stand by. Let's take it down.
Shinjo, copy.
Daigo, copy.
And guys, don't forget to hold your breath.
He smelled like ass.
Direct hit.
Huh? Shinjo, hold on. Its stomach has absorbed the missiles. And its breath is horrible.
It smells like taco.
Commander, what now? Our weapons are useless.
Copy. Stand by for new orders.
Too bad. What now, Munakata?
To stop
Rhetorical question? What was that?
it. Captain, can we load a jet full of aluminum
I know.
reflectors?
Sure. What's your plan?
I'm thinking
Well, this
reflectors
constant
will boost our
reference to
firepower.
excrement. All
Didn't
I
I
can
say
think of
that?
is that they're secretly
Maybe
fighting
I
an
just thought it.
offshoot of the shit demon out of
Alright.
Dogma.
Ugh.
The constant references to excrement, all I can think of is the writers were self-aware.
Yes, I do
Or we
ascertain
have to
that
get
it
to
was
that nitrogen
gross, but
storage
I'm not
depot
too far off.
and map out its exact location.
Yes, sir.
Hey, wait up! Where are you
It's
going?
like, you know, I'm not sure.
You haven't
You ever
answered any
notice this with
questions.
certain voice actors win, where it's like,
Oh.
there's some voice actors that can make a voice sound natural, and then there are some voices where it's like, you can tell they're putting on a voice.
Shinjo, be ready to attack.
I'm standing by in Gutswing 1.
Perfect
Commander.
example.
Please provide coordinates and range for drop.
Exactly.
4 degrees north, 30 degrees south. You'll be there in 10 seconds. Drop your load and get out.
I copy. Commander,
Don't do
dumping
it,
the
Grayson.
reflectors. Now.
Oh, I was just stunned.
Okay.
The monster should arrive any second.
I thought I smelled something.
Let's roll.
The reflectors were dumped in that pool of water.
Perfect. Shinjo, prepare to fire laser spray. Full power.
This monster is fondue, Commander.
The laser will be magnified. This should work.
Laser spray is locked. Fire! The reflected heat is baking the slime right off it.
I will say it's definitely like I do actually enjoy how disgusting they made him, just because like I just appreciate how they were able to produce such a grotesque and slimy texture in terms of practical effects, and I think it's an effect that they rarely use for any of their monster designs.
Yeah, I can only imagine it gets pretty uncomfortable in those suits after wearing them for such a long time.
Get away immediately.
No, most definitely, yeah. So I do wonder, like, from a production standpoint, how much more difficult it would have been portraying this particular monster over others.
I got out unharmed.
In case you thought you were watching C-SPAN.
I need combat ready.
Commander, some new data is just coming through.
What do you got?
The ratings are very low.
Tests show the monster is vulnerable to some hydrochemical reactions.
Hold that thought.
Kids don't respond well to the ultra custodial units.
Yuzumi, what about hydrogen combustion?
Maybe. The explosion could melt him.
No maybes.
Sorry, sir. I'll run some virtual models and give you a definite answer.
Commander, we have an hour until the monster hits the city. We'll have to take a chance. The General's getting nervous.
Let's move.
Yes, sir.
Captain, here's the plan. Dispatch
Is that my
Gutswing 2
Valentine's
Skyclock
voice
Force.
actress?
Grab a tank of hydrogen
Yeah.
and give the stinker
Oh, okay. Because one of the
Maybe
people
not,
in the
but we'll have
chat
to give it
mentioned, brought up
everything
my
we've got.
Valentine, and I was
It's
like,
immune
wait a
to
minute,
our
I
lasers.
recognize that
We
voice
failed
now.
Twice. I'm sure we'll nail it this time.
Fine. Use your best man.
Time to summon my
We
harpies,
can't screw it up
ladies.
again.
I can lift the tank.
And I'll pilot the Gutswing.
And I'll form the head.
Okay, let's go. Go for that tank. You need to be quick. Ouch! Don't puncture the tank, or this is the last job we'll ever do.
Got it. Give me some altitude, please. Be careful, Daigo.
Now, have there ever been any other like live action shows in recent years that have been dubbed for America?
Commander, this is Gutswing.
You know, I can't think of any.
Hydrogen tank.
Yeah. Like we've, there's always the tried and true method of just, doing the Power Rangers method, which is what pretty much everyone except Tiga did during those days. Even like a Kamen Rider Dragon Knight did that whole method as well. So it really, like the dubbing Tiga just really, the whole idea of dubbing Tiga just really sticks out compared to everything else, like from the last 20 years of children's media.
Dousing it with hydrogen.
Like they did recently dub several of the Ultraman movies, badly, if I must add. But aside from that, I guess there have been dubs of like Shin Godzilla, dubs of the recent Godzilla anime movies.
Yes, sir.
But it's always been animation. Rarely, aside from like Godzilla and Ultraman, have there ever been any dubs of these series. Like whenever Sentai came to America, they always leave it subtitled.
I'm lowering the tank. 45 meters.
We also have to unfortunately admit that subtitles are just a lot cheaper than dubbing, especially now that we have the DVD Blu-ray market. What the hell?
True. I remember that.
We're in trouble.
I do wonder if like Sealazar was a monster that was always a zombie, or if it was like a parasite that infected a random monster to make it Sealazar, or I don't know what. Like I always was interested in Sealazar just because of like just what its origins was, whether if it was always a zombie or if it was just something with like a zombie virus of some kind.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, they never explain what he is or what happened to him, even in the spin-off media.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why I like it, because it just adds a level of intrigue to him. This is the new transformation sequence the 4Kids did.
Looking at Quantum Leap.
Sam, you gotta stop this giant zombie monster. History's gonna be
Got
fucked up.
back Flipula.
Trademark.
What other 200-foot silver guys do you know?
The road's closed.
Well, there were 3 of them initially, Raph.
Shut up. Nerd. It's mine.
I also enjoy the sunset lighting here. I'm always a fan of that whenever they do that in an Ultraman series fight.
From over there, it looked like Tiga was going like, "Oh, thrust your pelvis! Oh, thrust your pelvis!"
Like he's getting ready for like a VHS workout video.
Yeah.
Like what's the name of that one guy? Richard Simmons? Oh, yeah.
Gene Simmons.
No.
Gene Simmons is from Kiss. Richard Simmons was the flamboyant exercise instructor.
Oh, okay.
Who went into self-imposed quarantine for like the last 5 years.
Seizures.
So with the choppy state of this screen share, it's like I'm watching a stop-motion film.
Really, it's coming off that bad?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like a slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Darn.
It kind of looks like a 3DO presentation.
Ultramen don't wear ties.
Ultraman's in trouble.
Oh, really?
You could call it that.
From a certain point of view.
Sea Lizard is
in trouble! Yeah!
Sea Lizard's into some weird stuff.
I mean, when he said he wants him inside of him, I don't think this is what Ultraman had in mind.
Clearing out those guts.
Oh my.
If Ultraman does not finish in 3 minutes, he will never rise again.
Shinji, get away now. It's gonna blow.
Alright, you guys.
Roger.
This is really a hard dilemma.
Lots of him with his Specium Ray.
That was looking a bit soft there. I love how Tiga's just watching him die slowly.
No explosion? That could all be way too Oh, wow.
Doesn't
Of course, Brayden, it always ends in an explosion.
Yeah, you can't have the Yongari death.
Nope. No bleeding from the anus.
What was that white liquid? Oh, never mind.
We got to use our CG budget somehow.
It worked. Still drinking milk, I see. Fighting monsters must be hard work, eh? Congratulations on today's victory, Commander. The tea's on me. Tired, huh? I'm sorry.
I'm more interested in this tonal shift.
Well, all right then. Let's talk about guts.
Better still, let's toast to Ultraman.
Bolton is on the piano.
As time goes by.
Thank you. Commander, wait a minute. You know, if you ever feel like talking,
I'll call you.
You're a good man, Commander Munakata.
Charlie Brown.
Last paragraph. So, with the planet safe from monsters for another day, our Guts Commander heads home for a well-deserved rest. often overshadowed by Ultraman, Guts deserves credit also for allowing us to live our lives in peace. Sleep well.
By the way, hello folks, I'm the author of this story.
And I'm gonna blog all this on my Instagram.
Wow.
Except it's 1996 and Instagram won't be made for another 10 years.
I forgot to mention this at the top of the hour.
I'm trying to pick with the kids.
Since this is Friday the 13th, we are going to watch Jason X to cleanse the taste out of our mouth at the end of the night, right?
No.
Instead, we'll watch Ultraman X.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Let's
yeah. Does he beat 2 kaijus to death in sleeping pigs?
Pigman, no.
Well, given that it's Ultraman, it could happen.
Right. We gotta Ultraman. What's the win? If you remember, what's the most violent episode of Ultraman Leo that we would watch? That's okay.
I guess checking out the comments here from what we missed.
Right.
Let's see. Where did we leave off? Here we go. Let's see. Daimo Z talked about having Captain Planet as a Super Sentai style Toku parody. Let's see. Toku Punk says that the original Japanese opening is for normies. That the real opening is this one. Let's see. Laura says, so they're called Guts, and they have a pyramid. Wasn't that kids' version of American Gladiator or something? Daimo C says the Tiga torch, then Guts must be alone and unprotected. Shay says, I'd say the closest we got to kids' American Gladiators was Legend of the Hidden Temple on Nickelodeon back in the day. Daimo Z is commentating on the quality of the voice dub, says, God, this screams Video Brinquedo. Interesting that you say that, Daimo Z, because the English dubs for the Video Brinquedo movies, quote-unquote movies, was done by 4Kids as well. So, yeah, it's the same people behind this dub, actually. Let's see. Laura says Global Guts was the obstacle course show. Yeah, that's right. Nickelodeon Guts. That was like a Nickelodeon, a Nick show.
Mm-hmm.
Earth Paragon was the one who mentioned that he can remove the voice actors from My Valentine. Back when I was referring to the Pixie Cut, Daimo Z said it was a huge punk haircut in Japan. Thanks for the information. Or thanks for the trivia. Laura says, let's see. Wow, Ultraman's must be good if you're talking about haircuts. Daimo Z says, did you hear Flame Toys is making a Leopardon model kit? That's really cool. It's sad that this dub effectively killed any chance of future English Toku dubs being made in the West. Let's see. Toku Punk responds, I mean, there was Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Daimo's response, yeah, that's part of the reason I don't really enjoy NYAV post dubs anymore. Not sure what that's referring to. Aside from meme potential,
referring to AD Vision or ADV.
ADV, okay. Aside from the meme potential, the actors are just too associated with kitty crap for me to suspend my disbelief. I guess I can see what you mean there, where it's like if you're hearing a voice and you're like, that's My Valentine or that's Dr. Eggman, it can be a little distracting. It's kind of I think that's just the case with a lot of voice actors who are kind of known for primarily doing one kind of voice, especially like if you hear I heard like Steve Blum in like a Tostitos commercial, and I was like, why is Spike Spiegel advertising me nacho chips? Let's see.
Jet, I need some nachos.
Oh wow, Ultraman Max had a dub.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Toku Punk says sunset fights are always the best. What was it? Daimo's made a Red Letter Media reference saying, did you see Rich's FBI warning before his tapes? And Shay says, Andres, I agree with ya. I saw the Alien Metron episode of Ultra 7 a while back, and I love that sunset battle at the end of that. Yeah, that was actually a big inspiration for the final battle in issue 2 of Draco Azul. I paid homage to that. And let's see, a lot of miscellaneous comments here.
Anything with vampires, skip.
Shay says, are there any Ultraman movies that are good and worth seeing? Yeah, I'd say Ultraman Mebius, the movie, is good, aka the Ultraman Mebius and the Ultra Brothers. The Super 8 Ultra Brothers is my all-time favorite Ultraman movie. Ultraman The Next is I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen that, but I know it's very mixed with people.
Yeah.
Let's see. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think Steve Blum was also in Megas XLR as Jamie. Let's see. And Daimo says, no, it's NYAV post. That was the 4 Kids. Okay, so I guess he's referring to... I guess the 4 Kids is based in New York, and... I don't know what NYAV even stands for, but I'm assuming that it's the place where, 4 Kids does stuff.
New York voice actors?
No, it's NYAV.
New York anime voices?
Who knows? Or animated voice? I don't know. Okay. I'm sure Dimos will explain later. He says NYAV Post did a lot of Media Blaster dubs and Mazinger Infinity. Oh, cool. I don't think I saw the English dub of that, of Mazinger Infinity. Anyways, so what's up next, Raph?
So our third and possibly final episode of the night is episode 16, featuring the one-eyed Oni monster, Sakuna Oni, which literally means one-eyed devil. So, and I just picked this episode because it's my particular favorite monster from Ultraman Tiga. So, because, you know, I'm a big fan of yokai, and giant yokais fighting giant Ultramen are always good. But before we go, Brayton, Wynn, how are you holding up so far with this mini marathon?
It's confirming my hatred for this crap. So, in those words, great.
Yay!
Okay, so my particular favorite monster from Tiga is Silvergon, but he appeared in episode 26, so most likely his episode was never dubbed into English.
Yeah, and it's not available in Gorazard's little playlist here, so...
Oh, Daimo Z says NYAV stands for New York Audio Video.
Well, why didn't you say that originally?
It's not like we're supposed to know all this stuff off the top of our heads.
Yeah.
What are we, commentators on the entertainment industry?
Yeah, LOLMAOHOMAAAA. What does that mean? I don't know. I just made it up.
How about you, STFU, Raph?
Oh, FUCKMU was UTOO.
ROFL.
So what, guys? Say something clever. Come on.
IDK.
Yeah, you just can't leave everything to the two clowns who brought you into the show. Come on, say something clever, guys.
Eye roll emoji.
Stop it.
Shut up. Emoji.
Oh my god. Okay, so this
vomit emoji.
Right. So, all right. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Raph, stop going into random fits of laughter and play the damn video.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's hilarious how
you're not. Yeah. You never are.
Yeah, no, it's just hilarious how it's like it started out with like, can't you do anything right? And here we are.
And now Raph is progressively falling asleep at the pilot wheel.
Oh, sleepy time. Okay, so here we go, the final episode of the night. So, unless you guys want to do a fourth one. No, let's not. So, all right. Okay, can you see it okay?
The play button, you know, the big arrow on the side there?
Yeah. Okay, then. All right, here we go. The last episode featuring Sakuna Oni. So, sock it to me, Oni. Okay, here we go.
This better be worth it. Boss, I promise, it's the perfect setup. Are we there yet? We're here. See? Down at the bottom of the hill.
About time. Doesn't look like much.
I'm gonna take care of those bastards.
It's all in the wrist.
That's what the cops say when they cuff you.
Who's the guy with the cobwebs?
The legend says he was a samurai warrior.
What's that?
We don't need it.
Huh?
A sword. I think there's a sword inside.
For real?
Just some rusty old thing.
If you think we're leaving it here, you're nuts.
Maybe we should leave it. It probably has a curse.
Will you stop being so superstitious? You sound exactly like my grandmother does. Here.
You sound like a person who believes things as stupid as giant monsters and aliens are a common thing in this world.
Are you a thief or a Boy Scout? Come on.
I'm becoming increasingly convinced that this dub track was improvised.
What's wrong?
It moved. At least, I thought it did. I guess not. Let's get out of here.
Let's go, babies.
What's going on?
Oh yeah.
You've been enlisted into a top-secret agency called GUTS. You have access to the world's most advanced weapons and technology. Ultraman Tiga can't do it alone. He needs your help.
I think he's got
my apple juice box first.
Not good enough, kid. Get into the jet.
That's the voice of a 40-year-old man.
No, that was the 40-year-old guy telling the kid get into the.
No, I was doing a 40-year-old man's voice watching Ultraman.
Oh.
You assumed it was a child.
Revenge will be mine.
Zordon?
Oh no, did they gave him a voice?
Rangers, I'm stuck in the ground.
Wait, he never talked in the original, right, Raph?
He only talked briefly in the original, but not when he was like coming out of the mountain.
Shinjo, where do you think you're
If I remember right, there had been a few instances in earlier
Let's go.
tokusatsu where some of the monsters had ad-libbed lines.
You know,
Yeah.
you should be flying if you're injured.
Look at his arm. It's as good as new. Besides,
Yeah,
all
you're
this
right.
was
Like
for
Johnny
cowards.
Sacco battled a giant vampire who talked.
I need those reports now.
I'm Mr. Beard!
No.
Once you buckle my shoe.
That's what they want you to think.
The old man swears an arm came out of that cave.
of you.
But when he climbed inside the cave to have a look around, he says all he found was a giant leather wristband.
Strange.
Yeah, that's the old man's story. If the arm really was this big, wouldn't the whole monster need a lot more space?
You'd think so. Exactly. It's simple geometry.
Maybe it was a snake.
I doubt it. This isn't snake country. The altitude's
Clearly, it's a
completely
land
wrong.
shark. Yeah.
It's Sakuna
The
Oni.
smartest of their
The monsters
kind.
come to life.
Who's that?
That's
Plot
Officer
twist, the
Yamada.
slippery shark makes a cameo.
What'd he say?
Oh no.
Sakuna Oni?
It's an old legend around this neck of the woods.
Quick, we have to check the sacred sword.
Enough with the voodoo, old
It's
man.
Mike Pollock.
It's okay.
Who's Mike
Tell us
Pollock?
the story.
Making corn
Eggman, Dr. Eggman.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I had a thought.
I'll get that blasted
Why don't we
hedgehog!
just give the sword back.
Will you stop,
The
please?
statue is valuable. The blade
What if
is
we
just...
I
gave
said
up?
Stop it. We could get
What if we
ourselves
turned
good
ourselves
money for
in?
that sword. And I'm not going back there just to get myself arrested.
Hey, should I be worried? Am I cursed?
You zip it and eat.
Right.
I'll be in the car.
Is this what G-Fest is like when there's just 3 of you guys?
Maybe.
Yeah, the one year Andres was missing in action, Patrick, Andrew, and I just sat in the cafe and tedious and irritable.
You're a foolish man.
Who are you? Who are you?
Just an old spirit. I need to borrow your body.
Who am I? What am I?
Guys, I think he might be having a shirt. Someone get a spoon.
Oh, no.
This might hurt.
I know I shouldn't really make such dark humor, but with that lighting effect, would you blame him for having an epileptic seizure?
There was a statue of a samurai, and also the sword that was used to defeat Sakuna Oni.
Who is this Sakuna Oni?
It's just a crazy legend. According to old-timers, he was a giant troll who terrorized the mountain hundreds of years ago.
Ogre.
Christian.
So, the monster is beneath
I guess, like, you know, Japanese Oni can be akin to, like, demons, ogres, trolls, take your pick. They all kind of blend together as just evil giants.
That's racist.
The sword kept watch.
I get it. As long as the sword stayed in the shrine, the troll could never come back to life.
But what I don't understand, why does the old man always stand at least 20 feet behind us?
Because with those vapor filters in your helmets, you have no idea that one of you really reeks. But back to Kekitatsu. He was a samurai.
Oh, God. Isn't this, like, the third, like, body odor joke they've made?
Yeah.
Anyway, years ago,
Somebody
a gold
doesn't like
statue
the
was made
Japanese
to honor his
smell.
legend, and it stood here until today.
That or
That's
the
all I
mountains
know.
they frequent are really
It
high
was
in
Sakuna
sulfur.
Oni. I know it. I saw his giant
Because a lot
arm
of natural
in
hot
that
springs
cave.
have high sulfur counts.
It's possible.
That's
it would
true.
all depend on the troll's biceps and how often he worked out.
No offense, sir, but you're beginning to worry.
How much he benches.
You came out of the mountain wrong.
More seismic activity on Mount Sakuna.
What's strange?
Daimo says that feeling when Lum is a better ogre waifu than Fiona.
This, Captain.
What is it?
The scanners all show 4 strange
That's a comparison I
life
never thought I'd see.
forms, but they're all part of a stranger, larger life form.
Maybe it's a boy band.
What? Fuck you!
And no do-gooder's gonna stop me this time.
What do you think happened to Todd? We should have waited.
Todd? Todd?
Oh, would you stop saying that? You're giving
That's
me
a
the
good, strong
heebie-jeebies.
Japanese
Let
name.
me out of the car. I mean now.
Enough. Once the monster reassembles, we're done.
Enough,
for anyway.
Steve.
What's gotten into you?
Rick.
The troll has resurfaced.
I'm gonna call Bill and complain.
Get up, Chet.
Block all roads.
Chuck, help me.
And evacuate the residents.
Jose.
Let's go.
Please, don't make me go back there. I'm scared of that place. I beg you, please, don't make
Subaraya
me.
Studios.
Fine.
Yeah.
You're free to
Really? Oh, thank you. I won't forget this. Oh, hey, keep all the loot for yourself. Thanks again. See ya.
Commander! Hold on!
What's wrong?
Someone's on the trail. I should warn him.
Go to it.
Should we wait for you, Daigo?
No. Better start the patrol.
All right.
Sir, excuse me. Hey, it's not safe. You have to go back right away. Whoa! Huh?
You are more than a man. I sense a kinship. You're a warrior. like
Ultraman.
myself. Sorry. You surprised me.
I'm a bit of a samurai nut, if you
Exactly.
can tell.
Who are you?
I'm not who I appear to be. Ignore the body I'm
Oh,
wearing
excuse me.
now.
That's okay.
It's
No,
just
great
You're
commentary.
excused.
No body?
I am the samurai spirit.
Are you seducing me, Mr. Samurai?
You're Kaijutatsu?
You're Sanjiro?
The Ruination.
In my day, I was the top-ranked monster slayer. I spent my career fighting the planet's most evil creatures. Sakuna One was one of the worst.
So did you really bury him beneath us?
Yes. Each part of his body was ruled by its own evil entity. I buried them separately in the mountain and built a small temple to stand guard. Then, those goons broke in and stole my sword.
That's why Sakuna Oni has come back.
You got it. You'd think the cops
You got it,
would have kept an
dude.
eye on the place. I get no respect.
How long do we have before Oni
No
reforms?
respect. No
Well,
respect.
Not long now.
Oh my god.
Remember me, Kaijutatsu? When I killed your brother?
That ugly mug. Hey, where's the rest of you?
Watch your tongue, Kaijutatsu. You won't be using it for long. Not after I become whole again and take my revenge.
Hey, Clancy Brown is scary in person.
See what I had to put up with?
Fun boy, me Bob.
Just as I feared. Did you smell his breath? We're talking
Money.
halitosis central.
Another bad
And
breath
now
joke.
my
What's with
powers
this
are
show?
No longer strong enough to defeat him.
It's gonna be a
Win, belch
long
again.
day.
Class the show up.
Yeah, again, sort of, my stomach just started acting up all of a sudden.
Surprise, surprise, surprise!
Sakuna Oni.
Happy birthday.
Phony baloney.
Reyna, fire at will.
Roger.
It's Todd.
By the way, if you notice that there's no more PNG like moving images, scrolling images, it's all models at this point.
Thank goodness.
At this, yeah. So it didn't take long for them to realize the error of their ways.
Flank attack.
Hey, I'm gonna flank you, Kay!
I do like that he's got like a
Control.
he's got like a double head gimmick. One shoots fire, the other shoots
Help your
wind.
friends. And take care of this foolish human I borrowed. He is a weak man haunted by his own monster. A demon called greediness.
Grammar
Don't leave.
mistake. You should just
I
said
can't fight
greed.
control
Yeah.
with that arm.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. But then
Looks
again,
like I'm
this
left
is a
with only
for
one
kids
choice.
entertainment production.
And they were only allowed one tape.
I'd say this theme isn't so bad.
I think
It almost sounds like it could have come from the original soundtrack.
Yeah, but the video effects, it's a little too much.
Oh no, yeah, I'm solely referring to the music itself.
Yeah.
Also, it's a real shame that they completely replaced the original, the very simple and iconic transformation sequence of Ultraman of him zooming towards the screen. And I will give credit to these episodes. I love how the pacing of each storyline as they go along.
Tiga, watch his breath.
Like, what? I can't hear you. You're 100 miles away from me.
Well, there goes the house where Wolf Children is filmed.
What's Wolf Children?
It's an anime. Don't worry about it. Just rest your pretty head and
Okay.
watch those monsters.
Now this I really enjoy from the fight because we rarely see Ultraman go up against an opponent with a handheld weapon. In fact, in most media, you never see like one dude with a weapon go up against another dude with no weapon.
Yeah, I don't think that's a weapon, Andres. I think that's a rubber knife.
I will say, I guess, like, when it comes to, like, tokusatsu style violence, I guess, like, TV standards are okay with that. Ooh, I love this shot in particular. But yeah, I guess, like, when it comes to monster violence, they don't feel the need to censor it as much as, say, anime bloodshed, like with One Piece.
Right.
Then again, I wonder how they would react if things were done like the original Ultraman, where monsters are bleeding often. Also, shout out to Planet X Asia for actually making an unofficially licensed Sakuna Oni figure. So I guess it goes to show that this monster still has somewhat of a fan base. If it was like the only Tiga monster that they ended up making a figure out of, because very rarely do they make Tiga monster figures beyond Golza. I think. Yeah, surprised they can get away with a decapitation.
Watch out!
I mean, the fight was almost done to begin with. I'm not sure why you need a commercial break.
Commander, you'll never believe this. The
You know, sell toys.
Let's help Ultraman. Okay.
But that's the thing, they never made Ultraman toys. They never sold Tiga
Other
toys.
people's toys. It's America, damn it.
It's such a shame, really, that they never could have just, like, had some of those toys. Maybe any and all merchandise for Tiga was probably gone by then. Because, like, this was a few years before Ultraman Max, so they weren't making any new Ultraman shows in 2002, I think. No, maybe Cosmos. Maybe Cosmos was around was still popular at the time.
A whole monster was too much, but even this old samurai can handle a head. Stay strong, like warrior.
I like that. A little cross-generation of heroes.
Picked up his accomplices, too. Good work.
All right, let's go downtown.
Wait, I had a vision.
Officer Shelby.
Yeah. While I was unconscious, Keikatatsu appeared to me. He asked me to communicate a message to Guts.
Go on.
He said, if you're noble in mind and noble in spirit, you won't lose the
watch
fight."
Ultraman.
But then he corrected himself. And he said that
Remember, a noble mind is a stupid kind.
lose the light.
Come on. Does that make sense to anyone else?
No.
Lisa? Joey?
Oh, there's
What do you
more.
think?
He also said,
Tristan,
some
Taya.
have a calling.
And so?
This calling, however, is a heavy burden. A rare few can bear it. Goodbye.
Are you strong enough, Daigo?
All right, team.
Let's go.
Thanks, all.
Daigo, what was that all about anyway?
Wait, what? I was like, they left the Japanese text on
Amazing
there?
last line. Amazing last line. All-encompassing last line.
What was it? What was it? I was more distracted by the Japanese.
What was that? What was all of that about anyway?
Ooh-wee.
Phenomenal.
I kind of regret sharing that now. Oh, darn. Okay, so I think 3 episodes are enough unless you guys want to go for a 4th.
No, that's definitely more than enough, and
Okay.
I feel like that we've definitely got enough of what English Tiga was all about.
Yeah. Okay.
What was all of that about anyway?
It was all about that's the thing. I still don't really know what was the
Brayton,
idea of bringing
what happened
Ultraman
was,
Tiga over to Raph. I'm talking.
I'm trying to make a joke.
I still
what
don't
happened
understand.
was we were
I
fighting
still don't
World War
understand.
II.
Raph, you're not funny. I still don't know why the 4Kids decided to bring the show in the first place. I remember I read somewhere that Kirby, the Kirby anime that they did, made a reference to Ultraman Tiga, and so the whole purpose of bringing Tiga to the Fox box was so that kids can get in on the reference in the Kirby anime. However, I find that to be too far-fetched to be true.
Yeah, no, just to add on to that, that sounds like some of the wild fish stories a lot of anime dubbers would sometimes say in interviews that, obviously it's just kind of like they're obviously pulling out of their proverbial behinders and making us think it's real. So,
like when it comes to I think I forgot. Hey, was it 4Kids who was behind Kamen Rider Dragon Knight?
I'm honestly not sure.
I want to say that it was. Like, with Dragon Knight, it made sense, because the reason why they chose Kamen Rider Ryuki in particular was because there were so many Kamen Riders in that show, and so they thought it'd make for a more marketable series to adapt. But with Tiga, again, this is like, the Tiga was 8 years old. No, 4, 5, 6 years old. Yeah, Tiga was 6 years old at this time, so I can only wonder why they chose a series from 1996, and what their plans were. Were they going to eventually, had Tiga been successful, were they eventually going to do Dinah and Gaia, or were they was the Fox box trying to make Tiga their own Power Rangers franchise?
Well, I hate to say it. I know as much as you enjoy Ultraman Tiga, I honestly think the only reason it got picked over is because Two Bright Productions had a lot of success with it, and they figured it was like a grandpa clause type deal. It's like, oh, it's the first and most successful of the things, so let's show it. Even knowing that around the same time you had, they could have dubbed Ultraman Max, or they could have dubbed Ultraman Mebulus.
No, they couldn't. I told you, Ralph. Max was 2005, Mebius is 2006, this was 2002.
Well, then they should have went with Ultraman.
So again, the latest Ultraman show at the time was Cosmos, I think.
Oh, then they could have just done with Cosmos. That was like family friendly and American standard broadcast safe. It's like, plus it was contemporary and the special effects were better. But no, I think you're right. It is weird that they chose an 8-year-old series, but I think they only did it because they thought Ultraman Tiga had name recognition because of how well it did in Japan and other territories around the world. Instead of going for Ultraman Dyna, I like Ultraman Dyna a lot more than Tiga, but they could have gone with Ultraman Gaia. They could have gone with Cosmos, which there's like 63 episodes of that show, and again, it's one of the more family-friendly Ultraman shows, so that would have been very easy to adapt for an American audience. But yeah, I just think Two Bright Productions unfortunately thought it was a good idea to bring out their most popular series in the last decade, and I don't think it really worked out, unfortunately. So,
it at the very least makes for a very interesting. Okay. So Daimos is mentioning that Cosmos was still airing in Japan in 2002.
Oh well, poo. So, by the way, everyone, just a quick note. I shared in the chat section a video called Ultra Rewind: The Secret History of Ultraman on American Home Video, and Vincent Henshin, who made the video, goes into slight detail about the whole Fox box Ultraman Tiga ordeal. So, but it basically gives you a rundown of how hard it was to get into Ultraman in a time before Two Bright Productions had the brilliant idea of doing their own YouTube channel to great success, or relative success, depending on who you ask. So.
Oh, I guess apparently, according to the chat, it looks like the guy who was doing the voice of the Ghost Samurai was Dan Green. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for those who don't know, he did both Knuckles from Sonic X and later in the video games, as well as Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sonic. There's always Sonic fans everywhere. What does that say about our fandom? That it needs to die.
You said it, not me.
I know. I was expecting somebody to make that joke.
It's time for the fan base to end. Dun, 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 dun.
Brighton in his little cyborg chair. Unlimited power against Ultraman. Ah. My finger.
You know what they say, no one's ever really gone.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that was the American version of Ultraman Tiga. I don't know. Yeah, it does seem like an ill fit because, like you said, it was an 8-year-old series, and they're trying to sell it in 2000.
6 years old.
6 years old, and they were trying to sell it in early 2000. I don't know.
To a crowd who watches Prime. I suppose like they did mostly anime and foreign dub animation.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose maybe they just wanted to copy the success of Power Rangers. Because this was Fox Kids, now Foxbox. Did the Foxbox had Power Rangers at this time, or did it shift over to Disney at that point?
No, when 4Kids Entertainment took over Fox Kids, they completely abandoned all previous programming. So it was all original programming, aka just dubbed anime, the Ninja Turtles cartoon, eventually, and Ultraman Tiga.
So maybe, just maybe, this was their attempt at creating a replacement for Power Rangers since it was no longer on Fox's Saturday morning block.
Yeah, that is true.
It's probably that, they what they all often say, the simplest explanation is usually the best one. So maybe that could be it. They wanted another Power Rangers on their block. They don't have access to Power Rangers anymore. And so they thought Ultraman was the next best thing, and maybe Tsuburaya said, "Here's our most popular one at the moment."
With that said, another theory, now thinking about it, maybe because they were so strapped for programming in the original days of the Foxbox, they had the Ultraman Tiga license for cheap. So I figured that they probably just dubbed the show quickly and then just used it to fill up air until they could, get their Ninja Turtle cartoon going and other anime properties they can get their hands on. So,
it is also very fascinating to think what could have happened had Ultraman Tiga been a ratings hit and successful in the U.S. Just what sort of timeline would we be living in now if Ultraman caught on the way Power Rangers did for 4Kids? If this would have been their next cash cow, much like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon were back in its heyday.
Well, Andres, I'm secretly your guardian angel. Let's go to a world where that reality happens.
Oh God, I want to live, Raph! I want to live!
Too bad, they're making a new Ultra 7 movie at Warner Brothers. Deal with it. Will Smith is Wyndham.
God damn it.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that. We live in a timeline where Idris Elba is playing Knuckles. At this point, I can imagine that.
Exactly. Well, Will Smith is a big Ultraman fan. I know when Chayo Productions, that greedy company from Thailand, tried to do an American Ultraman movie, they really wanted to get Will Smith to star in it.
Yeah, but it was nothing more than we would like to get Will Smith as Ultraman. And at that point, all the headlines were like, Will Smith as Ultraman!
Okay, yeah. But he is an Ultraman fan outside this unfortunate situation, so...
I still want someone to depict my fan character, Ultraman Fresh, with Will Smith as Ultraman. Side note here. Recently I went to my local Toys R Us here in Japan, and yes, for the millionth time, those do still exist in Japan. And I came across the Ultra 500 figure of Ultraman Trigger, and I was deeply disappointed by how shitty it looked. I'm going to send it to you, Raph, if you can share this on the stream. I'm going to share you 2 image photos that I took, comparing the Ultraman Tiga figure next to the Ultraman Trigger figure. And just notice how the lack of paint from both the front and especially the back.
Where are you sending it through?
Facebook.
Always through Facebook.
I can't send images here, Raph.
Little boy, always with your media and your trending and your.
So, anyways, if you notice, the most
your hula hoops and whatever you hip kids are doing these days.
If you notice, Ultraman Trigger, if you look at his design, he's basically, Ultraman Tiga, but with a lot more gold on his design. Yet, when you look at the actual toy, there's no gold outside of his chest and his head. There's like no gold anywhere else, and he honestly looks like really, really plain looking. Next to, he's even lacking a lot of the silver in his feet and his arms and everywhere. And then look at the back. His back is completely purple.
Yeah, let me get
unpainted.
Let me get the images ready. A quick side note. So, Brayton and Wynn, what did you think of Ultraman Tiga based on the 3 episodes we saw? If you're there or not.
There was a few facepalm worthy moments, but like I said, it's not their worst.
Yeah, although it's like, I honestly think they went overboard with all the bad breath, body odor jokes. Like, what was going on? There was like at least 2 every episode.
They're hacks, Raph. That's why.
Yeah, like mother-in-law joke that went out of fashion in the 1960s, early 1960s. Okay, so here's
in your 20s.
Yeah, so thank you, Brayton. Here's the first image with the Ultraman Tiga and Trigger toys.
And yes, Toku Punk, there is an Ultraman. Well, it's not so much an Ultraman aisle. It's just like half an aisle where it's like a combination of Godzilla and Ultraman, and I guess no, Power Rangers and Kamen Rider. That's like another aisle there. But yeah, if anyone curious, the Ultraman aisle is definitely way bigger than anything Godzilla has to offer. Godzilla has to share like maybe 10% of the aisle with Ultraman.
Contrary to popular belief, Godzilla is the Woody Woodpecker of Japan, and Ultraman is the Mickey Mouse.
And to bring up to respond to your comment about your question as to why there's so much body odor jokes. Daimo says, "'Cause potty humor is funny."
Okay, so, all right, so that's I got the image of the Ultraman toys. Do you just want me to switch to the one where you show their back ends?
Sure, but if you notice the first image there, you just notice that Ultraman Trigger is lacking a lot of color, and so he just looks like really drab and plain looking.
Right, and it's even
Meanwhile,
worse.
Tiga, they pretty much got Tiga down perfectly, I think.
Yeah.
For a $5 figure.
Yeah, so they're very small though, these $5 figures, right?
Yes, they are definitely small. I can actually just show you show a photo I'll take of my Ultraman Jack figure.
Okay. Oh, to compare and contrast?
Just to show the size.
Okay.
And send that to you as well, but don't share this.
Oh, Andres, I don't need
Yeah, that's how
picture.
big...
Sorry, I was going to make a joke. Andres, no picture of you being naked, no.
Who's the one with the bad humor now, Ralph?
You stink, you! Oh, Win, yeah! Brayton, your mother...
I'm sorry, my stomach's being... Ugh.
That's okay, so... I'm missing a leg
Ultraman
right now.
is known to force congestion and indigestion problems upon its viewers. It's very common.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want me to share how small this figure is, or don't worry about it?
I just said don't share it.
Okay.
Because it's not a good picture.
Right.
And anyways, yeah, if you show the backs of these figures, there's significant lack of paint. Like with Tiga, it's bad enough that Tiga lacks the gold on his chest plate, but at the very least, they still bothered to paint it silver. Meanwhile, you look at Trigger, just no paint whatsoever.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know what happened. Like the Ultra 500 series. I know they're not called the Ultra 500 series now, but I'm just sticking to it. The Ultra 500 series was always on the cheap side when it came to paint, but as this toy line went along for the last like 5 or 6 years, they just continued to get worse and worse with their paint. And people would say, "Oh, what do you expect for a $5 figure?" It's like, they didn't start out this way. And here's the proof right there, looking at Tiga, one of their first figures, and Trigger, one of their newest figures.
Okay, yeah, that is they've definitely gotten a lot more pathetic in their painting in the last couple of years. So
Yeah, like, I really wanted to get a Skull Gomera Ultra 500 figure, but except like Skull Gomera is mostly a lot of mix of gold and red, and yet you look at the figure and it's all mostly brown. And even like the $20, the $25 Skull Gomera figure still lacks a lot of paint. So even the $20, $25, $30 figures, even they're suffering now. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with Bandai and their lack of paint.
Right. Okay, so sort of next 5 hours, you're just gonna go crazy ballistic on toys, correct?
Yes. In fact, I'm going to bring up a joke from that
on the very thing supporting the entire Ultraman franchise.
Yes. That's, you know what, you raised, I know you're joking, Brayton, but that you raised a good
baby
point
children
there.
And grown men who collect Ultraman Tiga toys.
You're right. This is the very thing that keeps Ultraman alive. And so this is how they treat their customers, their audience.
Okay, so it is getting late on you guys' ends. So we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon, but yeah.
That was a fun sentence.
What?
It is getting late on you guys' ends. I like that sentence.
On uses guys' ends is.
Hey guys, don't be butts. Don't be an ass. There we go.
Be an Ultraman tight ass.
Yeah. Brayton, stop. Okay, so Brayton, do you have any final things to say?
Friday the 13th lived up to and exceeded all expectations. I hate kaiju. I hate tokusatsu. I hate Ultraman. This was a wonderful confirming live stream. Thank you for this one and only appearance. For allowing me the chance to wallow in my own pool of sweaty bitterness.
You asked for this. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was sorely disappointed.
I'm sorry, you Brayton.
So what were you?
Thank you, Andre. I get one apology.
What were you honestly expecting coming onto board here?
I don't know. I think Ultraman. What is this thing called again?
Ultraman Tiga.
Tiga.
Ultraman Tiga. I think that. I don't think I was expecting that.
Okay. All right. So, and Wynn, do you have anything to say for the night?
Just you folks have a good night. Don't be a douchebag. And don't forget to floss.
Yes. Okay.
Wise words to live by.
Why did when she said douchebag, you flashed my image up on the screen again, Raph? What are you trying to say?
No. Don't. No, when you were talking, don't worry. The audio will match. When you were talking, saying goodbye, I put your image up. When Wynn's talking, I put her little image up. So.
Okay. I only see me. Then again, I always only see
me. Don't forget there's a 30
All you see is me.
There's a 30-second lag with us. So yes. Okay. All right, so we will be back next week. Probably
Raph, end this before more sighs of discontent invade the live stream.
Come on, guys. All right, but no, Brayton, Wynn, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will definitely do a more significantly enjoyable live stream in the future, and probably at a much earlier time. I keep forgetting about the time difference on your ends. And Andres, I will see you next week for episode 5 of the Ultraman Trigger Show.
Wait, they're coming back so soon?
Yeah. After 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 3 weeks.
No,
that like 2 weeks we're not going to have episodes. All right then.
Yeah, no, there's a new episode coming next Friday.
Okay. Hey, I got an idea. If they ever do a recap episode, do you want to just skip that and do like Final Odyssey?
Yeah. If there's like another 2-week break. No, let's do it within a week. But if there's another 2-week break, we're gonna take a week break. So.
Okay then.
Yeah. So. Okay. So that's pretty much it, everybody. I'll just end it right here. So thank you for joining us. Sorry we didn't look back in the comments, but we will definitely. We'll be whatever. Bye, guys.
What was all that about?
What was?
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Shush.
Fart noise.
Body odor joke.
All you guys have halitosis. Yuck. Okay. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Not as bad as your in-laws.
Hey. Okay.